guess where I am today? That's right. I'm at the Junkanoo Shack, and I'm here with my friend Fred, and he's going to tell you all about who he is and the group that he represents.
Ah, who am I? Freddie's my name. AKA the Junkanoo world, everyone knows me as Rev. Rev is a bass drummer, not just a bass drummer, but a drum maker. I've been in Junkanoo for the better part of 40 years. 40 years now. My dad was a drummer, my dad was a drum maker. I'm a drummer, likewise, my son. So now, this is the Immortals Junkanoo and Community Organization. This group has been around for the last 6 years now. It's a new group. It's community based. We are more focused on the young people, trying to get Junkanoo, keep Junkanoo alive in our next generation. Is sometimes we lose them between generations, so we want to focus on, like we did, we adopted Yellow Welder Primary School, so we can train up these younger ones. The group is filled with young people because I believe that's the future.
Great, great, great. So, the Immortals, which group do you rush in? Which group are you?
The Immortals is in category B. We're in the B category. We started here. We believe that this B category is the foundation. And so what we do is we groom them, we train them, move on. That's what we do.
So the bigger groups.
Group A category.
Okay. So today is actually New Year's Eve. You know what that means? That's right. Junkanoo is going to be tonight, or actually
Crunch time.
early in the morning, and it's really crunch time. So I want to thank Fred for even allowing us time into his shack to go and have a virtual tour and see what it's like on the crunch hours. So tell me, Fred, what is the shack like around this time, just a few hours before you hit base?
Just one word, messy. See, everyone is here.
Mhm.
Everyone is here. At least, as a matter of fact, give it another hour, and you probably won't find parking space in this yard as big as it is. So, this kind of time now, it's crunch time. It's finishing time, just finishing touches. Everyone putting on feathers, little streaking decorations here and there. The pasting is done. If you're still pasting, like we say, you get Jeff. If you ain't get Jeff, you get Steve. Because Jeff get left and Steve get leave. One of the two. So you got this kind of time now, this crunch time. This is a time when everybody's just finishing up, trying to make sure, fine tune, so we can hit board, win our category. We get raw, but that's okay. We get, but yeah.
So walk us through a little bit more from here right now until you get to Bay in a few hours. Tell me some of the things that you will do right up to the point, to packing, to assembling, all that.
Well, first of all, we're gonna assemble, so we can see exactly how we look. Then we're gonna disassemble everything. We gotta park the trailers. There's a trailer over here. We gotta park trailers. Not besides the trailer, we got a low boy. We got a wrecker. We got a whole lot of costumes to mobilize. So we're gonna disassemble everything, break it down. Everything is slot on, slot off. Once we break it down, we take it down and we pack them neatly in the trailer. We got about 3 box truck besides the trailer. 3 box truck because we got drums, costumes, everything that needs to go out. So at this kind of time now, everyone is packaging, wrapping, making sure your feathers don't break, making sure your styrofoam balls don't break. So you want to neatly pack them into the container.
So once you get on Bay, do you have like some sort of like a rally, something that amps the team up before they actually come out the gate?
We have first of all, we have a meet spot.
Mm-hmm.
We have a meet spot. Once we get to our meet spot, everyone have a time to be there. So once you're there on time, we got some latecomers, but they're gonna feel it. They may not hear it, but they're gonna feel it. And of course, we do have some chants that we use. We do have some things that we say. We speak to each other. We hype up each other because it's time to go to war. So motivation is a must.
So tell us about group work. Tell us about group work. How important teamwork and collaboration is within your organization.
Without no team, there's no group. Teamwork is extremely important because while I may be a drummer, they may still need me. Rev, I need you to come lift this costume. Help this one put the costume on them. Because once you're mounting up, you're off the shoulder, you can't do it yourself. Someone got to put that on you.
Mm-hmm.
So every hand is needed.
Mm-hmm.
You may have the marshals, but the marshals can't do it by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone have to take part. You may have someone who may have to lift a drum in the container. Put the drums in the container, help us get it there on time because time is a factor. And so because time is a factor, all hands are needed.
All right, so we're talking about Junkanoo and Junkanoo integration in the curriculum. This is real world now.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me of some skills that you learn in school that you know you apply inside the shack all the time.
First thing off the top of my head is math. Math is the first thing off the top of my head. With no math, there's no Junkanoo. I must give it to you because you gotta know angles. You gotta know how to set up a costume properly. So you're gonna need to. Math is a must. It's definitely a must. That's the first thing on the top of my head.
Pythagoras theorem. Please tell me, do you use that?
In Junkanoo, like some guys, just like musicians, some guys can read music, some play by ear.
Okay.
Same thing with the setting up of the costume. Some persons can actually set up by just looking at it. But then you get others who will need the measurements. I know a guy who literally uses a ruler to ensure that every line on his costume is the same. On this side, it got to be the same thing on that side. So, yeah, I mean, math is definitely a must. Besides math, of course, art. That goes without saying.
Right.
You're gonna learn how to use a brush, stroke a brush. You're gonna learn how to draw. I can't draw. I'm sorry, I can't draw. If I draw you a stick man, you could probably look like Michael Jordan in the air. So, but I've learned so much artwork just through Junkanoo. While I wasn't good at art in school. I got better over it just through being in Junkanoo. I got better at it.
Very good. Tell us who you are, sir.
Okay, my name is Delvin Moss, aka Cheese.
Okay, so we were talking about subjects that are very important in Junkanoo. What do you think is very important when it comes to Junkanoo?
Well, definitely the most important thing in Junkanoo is engineering. It's your balance. Everything is balance in Junkanoo. I can't build a house and have the structure leaning to the left and right. So most costumes you see, it will be balance. You have a man to the left, probably a woman to the right, and you will have balance. And then all the way once you'll have costumes leaning. In Junkanoo, when you see costumes falling back, because the engineering is one thing. Engineering. And like previously mentioned, definitely math, because you have to make sure your angles are correct. But everything starts with engineering.
Very good. So tell me about some of the rules, just in terms of preparation. We know that when you're on Bay Street, you have your free dances and all that. But when you're in the shack, what are some of the rules for people to play?
First of all, we got the welders. On the big costume, the welder got to come in. He got a welder costume. There's a welding that needs to go on. After the welding, the builder comes in. Now he have to use the aluminum rods, build off of the frame that the welder made. Every trade is in this. The carpenter comes in. The carpenter got to put a floor down on the lead costume. The electrician comes in because the electrician have to wire up the lights for the costume. So every trade is basically here in Junkanoo. If you see the shack, you see even a mason comes in and help around the shack to build the shack. So every trade is definitely necessary. I learned how to stroke the brush. I learned how to paste. I've learned how to streak, use the glue gun and decorate. A lot of things that I learned here in Junkanoo. There's some things after the building, and the artwork got to start. Because the entire costume of the paint white. The brown color got to paint. After the paint, then the paster comes in. And you begin to paste the costume. After the paste is done, then someone got to come in and streak the costume with the glue gun. So there's a lot of stages in Junkanoo. And then somebody else, if not the same person, someone else will come in and feather the costume. So there's a whole lot of stages in Junkanoo where we need different persons to play different roles.
Why you come? Okay.
Okay. Now I was told you're not a drummer unless you have the drummer's mark. Do you have the drummer's mark?
It's right here. Fingers, arm. That's called war scars.
Yep, that's the drum. Yep. Okay, so now I'm gonna get a drumming lesson from the best drummer. Right. So thank you, Fred. I think we had such a good time here at the Water Shack. I'm gonna go back in and see what
Awesome.
else I can do. But get in a shack, boys and girls, and see how you get to use your math, your language, your science skills in real life here at Junkanoo.